marriage is the final frontier, huh?
It's a big dimension. It's a big change in life. As far as I'm concerned, it's really important to me to just get married once in life.
Yeah, I'm sure that we all feel that way. Doesn't always work out that way, though, unfortunately.
As far as I'm concerned, it's almost like a new dimension, like the Twilight Zone.
I guess that's true, too. What's kept you from falling in love?
Unfortunately, it seems that the first impressions I get from most of the women that I go out with, they're just untrue. Either they become spoiled as I get to know them, or they're not good listeners. The girls that I am interested in, to me, it seems like I'm afraid to make that big commitment. I'm not quite ready to put my eggs in one basket yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You say that you have an exceptional body. Do women ever comment on your build?
I was jogging at the beach, and I'm just jogging along, and I look up and I see a woman in a bikini jogging towards me, and she had jewelry on and on her neck and everything, and she makes a quick U-turn and smiles at me, and she said, "I couldn't help noticing you. I had to follow in your direction." So,
wow.
I'm embarrassed.
Any more like that?
No, I've had some
interesting experiences. Yeah. Well, let's take a look at the tapes that Brian saw. Now, remember, you're going to vote again. Okay, here we come. First, there was Sue. She says that her friends call her their social director, but when she plans her own dates, she claims that the men she meets are either married, boring, or lazy. Here's how she finds them.
On a Sunday night, usually men go to buy all their junk food for Monday Night Football. So that's usually, I've met a couple men through grocery stores or in the frozen food section. They usually always buy their frozen TV dinners. That's one way of knowing if they're bachelors or not.
Okay. Next was Robin. Robin's looking for a man with a mustache who loves children. Now, she likes to go to basketball games, and she says that you can meet some good-looking guys there.
There was a guy that I thought was attractive, the cameraman, so I sent him a note with the waitress. I hope he enjoys the game tonight. And he looked up, and it's like I started talking to him, and he ended up, he has a girlfriend, but he came up and thought that was very nice.
All right, finally you watch Lisa. Her rule is no hot tubs on the first date. And when she wants to end a date, she yawns a lot. Says that her mother is always trying to fix her up, and here's one example.
My mother once put an advertisement in one of the singles magazines for me without my knowledge. And I started getting letters every day saying, "Dear F100624, I'm in medicine too, and I'd love to take you out."
Oh, sure. Take a look at all three ladies again. First, there's Sue. She's 23. She's an accounting clerk. Robin is a court representative. She's also 23. And finally, Lisa's 24. She's a medical technician. Okay, you met Brian, seen his three choices. Who do you think he should have gone out with? Make your choice now, please. All right, audience made its choice. Brian's going to tell us who he picked. Who'd you select?
I picked Sue.
You picked Sue. All right. We're unfortunately out of time, so we're going to find out everything that happened on Brian's date tomorrow. That's our show for today, but we'll be back tomorrow with Brian and more singles, trying to make a love connection right here. I'm Chuck Woolery, hoping all your dates are good ones tonight. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.
Some of the guests on Love Connection will receive one of the following: the Tappan Sure Cook Microwave. Select your food or beverage, enter the quantity and how you'd like it done. It cooks your food automatically, complete with built-in browner furnished by Tappan. Or one bowl of whole wheat total has 100% of a day's worth of 9 vitamins and iron. That's 4 times most cereals, so get total one bowl 100%. Or Curel moisturizing lotion. Most women agree. Curel ends dry skin. Or from out of the ocean comes the choice blended seafood, new delicacies, now in the frozen food section. Or mink earmuffs from Meisel's Furs, stylishly crafted and quality workmanship from Meisel's Furs of Chicago. Or the great refinishing team Zip Strip Paint, Varnishing, Stain Remover, and Zip Guard. Clear urethane wood finish for that professional look, prolongs life for wood. This is Gene Wood speaking for Love Connection. Chuck Woolery's wardrobe, furnished by Pierre Cardin.
Is your table a frozen wasteland? Now there's Country Pride boneless chicken. Fresh, marinated. Come out of the wasteland. Fresh and ready, Country Pride marinated chicken breasts.
What's the difference between a bunny and a rabbit? A rabbit
Half naked.
Oh, they're furry.
Very sexy.
On the next Evening Magazine, meet Playboy's new playmates for Playgirls. Then Goldie Hawn has a new movie, a new boyfriend, and a new baby on the way. But her life hasn't always been such a success.
You get a very ambitious and driven career woman, you're going to have some problems.
All on Evening Magazine. Tomorrow at 7:30.
Here is our future, our children, tomorrow's teachers, leaders, artists, and astronauts. To all of them who try, and to you who care, KYW-TV Channel 3 will present special programs throughout the year. We hope to help make life a little better, today, tomorrow, for kids' sake.
Take the time to give and care for kids' sake.
This is KYW-TV Channel 3 in Philadelphia.
Tonight, Betty Davis and Ann Baxter star in a drama all about Eve on the Channel 3 late night movie.
Where does a great Broadway musical start? Right here, the French Riviera.
Your course. There's a world out there just waiting in the sky and on the sea. Baby, it's pride and history. Baby, seeing all there is to see. It's knowing that you're helping to keep us strong and free. It's not just a job, it's adventure.
Reach for the flavor. Reach for the flavor. Do yourself a favor. Reach for the Tabasco flavor.
Yeah, Tabasco.
The other ones. How many others are there like that? Where you hit the keyboards and mallets?
Right, sure.
Xylophones?
Vibraharp.
Vibraharp? Same thing?
Practically same thing.
Yeah. Congratulations on the Grammy last night. You won what, 19, 20 of them?
Yeah. No, I won 3 of them and about 5 nominations.
Yeah. So now, do you like winning those? Is that a big deal for you?
Yeah, it was the money.
Yeah, you'd rather have some money.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there's no money involved in the...
No, a lot of prestige.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Well, that's nice. You'll take with that, sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
And who's going to be at Radio City Music Hall with you?
Well, I have a nice show coming up March 1st with the queen of salsa, Celia Cruz. And we have a big production, Las Vegas type of show with dancers and all conga drummers and everything. Beautiful show.
And it's for a full week?
One night.
One night.
Overnight, sure.
Yeah.
In and out.
Yeah, in and out. Count the money on the plane. Yeah. And you're acting now too. You're on. You taped a Bill Cosby show. Has that been on the air yet?
Yes, it was on the air.
Yeah. What part do you play? Do you play Tito Puente?
No. Yes, I do. But I play with the Jazz Caravans, about 1,000 years old in the Jazz Caravan. And a very funny incident happened. I'm sleeping in Bill's bed because I was very tired that morning, and he had his head on my stomach, resting with a big cigar like you do, you know. And I fell asleep. So it was time for me to go on the show. So he tells me, Tito, wake up, you're on camera. Oh, I just woke up, started 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. I started cueing the band in right away.
How did they get Tito Puente into the story there?
Well,
the bus breaks down outside and, oh, look, kids, it's Tito Puente. We got to do a commercial. We'll be back.
It's going to happen by choice or perhaps a simple mistake. Instead of your Sweet and Low, you taste Equal and discover what most people discover when they try it. They like it better. The taste that comes from NutraSweet brand sweetener, not saccharin. Equal. Someday, everything will taste this good.
Hey, did you see that guy in the blue shorts? I've been seeing him for 2 weeks.
You got taste, you got style.
No pain, no gain.
Yeah, and this hurts so good.
A sugar-free reason to smile.
I'll get you next time. Yeah, sure you will.
Your sugar-free Canada Dry.
You work out here often?
Can't you tell?
Your Canada Dry.
Here is our future, our children, tomorrow's teachers, leaders, artists, and astronauts. To all of them who try, and to you who care, KYW-TV Channel 3 will present special programs throughout the year. We hope to help make life a little better, today, tomorrow, for kids' sake.
Take the time to give and care for kids' sake.
Okay, folks, we're done. Tito, have a good time at Radio City. Tomorrow night, folks, it's Jane Pauley, Will Schreiner, and Bo Diddley. Thank you very much. Good night.
Saturday, Remington and Laura tackle a sensitive caper.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
But when business mixes with pleasure, their relationship may fall to pieces. Sunday, Eddie Murphy's the crook, Nick Nolte's the cop. They shook up Beverly Hills. Now they're tearing up San Francisco in the outrageous 48 Hours Sunday.
I was born here in New Jersey. I've lived in South Jersey all of my life, really.
This is the Diane Allen you don't see on television.
I guess I'm old-fashioned. Our life really does revolve around our children and our home.
And the human values that start here don't get left behind when Diane Allen goes to work. Her stories on the homeless changed lives.
To a great extent, this business is a one-to-one business. You're still really trying to touch people.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News. We're there for you.
I'm Senator John Hines. The recent flooding in southwestern Pennsylvania has brought tragedy to thousands of families. As always, the American Red Cross is on hand to help those who have suffered, to help people put their lives back together. But the Red Cross needs your help and support. Now more than ever, we need you. So please contribute today to the Red Cross Emergency Campaign Fund for Disaster Relief through your local chapter.
Camp Firefly is looking for youngsters with diabetes for their summer program. For an application, call 215-627-7718.
Like mother, like daughter, it's Relative Beauty tomorrow at 7:30 on Evening Magazine.
Welcome to Love Connection. Today you'll meet Brian. He's looking for a woman who has all the attributes of a dog. Yesterday, he told us which of these 3 women he chose as his date. Today, you'll hear what happened on that date. And you'll meet Brenda. She loves to watch basketball and the basketball players. Which of these men did she choose? Which will our audience choose? Today, on Love Connection, you'll find out, and you'll hear everything that happened on their dates. Now, here's our host, Chuck Woolery.
Going to get started by meeting our first guest. He enjoys working out and cooking healthy meals. He considers himself a quality guy. Says that you can really judge a woman by the sushi she eats. Please welcome Brian Berenbaum. Well, what does sushi tell you about a woman?
Basically, if she likes California roll and she doesn't like sushi, or if she doesn't like sake, she's very boring. If she's into yellowtail, but she's going to do all the ordering, she's going to be very pushy. If she likes quail eggs, she's going all the way.
Yeah, you do that. I like California roll, though. Give you some idea. Now, from what Gene said, you must really like dogs, because you said you want a woman who's like a dog.
Well,
You said it, I didn't.
It's like the characteristic. Basically, dogs need to be held, loved. They need affection and loving. Basically, if a dog, it will come to you.
You're really going to try to make this into something, aren't you, Brian? Yeah. A dog will come to you if you call him. Go ahead.
And basically, they'll eat if you feed them.
Basically, they'll eat your face, too, sometimes. If you look at it. Let's bring everybody up to date on what happened yesterday. Now, we showed the audience Brian's 3 choices, and they voted on which one they thought would be best for him. Going to take a look at them all again and catch you up. First, it was Sue. She says that her friends call her their social director, and that's Sudie. All right, and Robin's looking for a man with a mustache who loves children. There's Robin. Lisa, her rule is no hot tubs on the first date. The audience vote was recorded yesterday. We're going to get to that a little bit later on, but right now Brian's going to remind us who he chose.
I chose Sue.
Chose Sue. There she comes. Sue's backstage. Let's say hello to Sue Correa. Hi, Sue. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. Listen, just make yourself at home back there, okay?
Okay.
You comfortable?
Yeah.
All right, good. Brian says hi.
Hi, Brian.
Tell me about the date, Brian.
Well, when I did come over to pick her up at her house, I brought her a red rose, and she opened the door just a little bit. And first thing I did was just give her a big hug. We drove to my house. Then we sat down. I began preparing a gourmet lobster dinner.
You did that? A gourmet lobster dinner?
Then was when I dropped the dessert idea on her. I told her of my intentions to taking her to a hot tub club.
For dessert? Were you ready for that, Sue?
Well, I thought he was really gorgeous when I first met him, so I kind of already wanted to attack him.
Well, what happened after she drug you to this place you suggested?
Well, then we got inside the room at the hot tub club, and...
Is this one of those little places where I guess you go in and you rent a room or something that has different, it's got all kinds of little individual spas in it?
Yeah, it was really fun. And then inside...
Folks in Peoria, I don't know what they know about that anymore. Once you're inside...
I asked her to get undressed, and I turned around and saw her in the bikini, and I told her she had a nice tush.
How'd Brian look in his tush trunks?
Well, he didn't wear trunks. He wore his jockey shorts. But he had really nice buns, too, so it was okay.
You guys, I can't believe it. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm almost afraid to ask what happened next. What?
Afraid to
Now,
tell.
you're not going to get nuts with me, right?
And then finally, I didn't want the night to end, so I just flat out asked her, Sue, would you like to come spend the night at my house?
Well, I really
This really happened, Sue.
Yeah.
Is this the truth?
Yeah, it is.
What happened? What'd you do?
We went to his house to spend the night.
Yeah, pleased with yourself, aren't you, Brian? You're gloating. All right. Let's take a look and see the audience before. The audience picked Robin, 67%. Sue came in last. Sue, you poor thing. Well, kind of came in last, yeah. Robin. That's who the audience picked for you. We'll pay for it. If not, you're on your own and do what you want.
I'd like to buy my own hot tub club, so I'm going to go with Sue.
Okay. Come on. Excuse me. Be sure to stay in touch with us. Will you do that?
Okay.
All right. We're going to come right back with our next guest, or another couple.
Mile, if you've been thinking about buying an adjustable bed or a quality flatbed, even looking for a flatbed bargain on sale, preview our beds and get our price before you buy. Then, even if you don't buy your adjustable bed from Craftmatic, I'll send you this Polaroid instant camera free. Craftmatic wants to be your bed company, so check us out. I'm convinced that when you compare quality and price, you'll find Craftmatic beds to be superior to any other adjustable bed on the market today. This Craftmatic 2 adjustable bed is so inexpensive, it's like buying a quality flatbed and getting the adjustability for free. So pick up your phone and call us toll-free and get your free Craftmatic bed catalog and this free coupon redeemable for your free Polaroid camera by return mail. Call for your free Polaroid camera coupon right away.
Call toll-free, 1-800-228-3800, 1-800-228-3800. Call 1-800-228-3800 toll-free, 1-800-228-3800.
Reach out, touch the stars, bring the houses of the zodiac to your house with a touch-tone phone. Dial your Gene Dixon horoscope at 976-3333. Just enter your birth date, month, day, and year. Then listen as your personal horoscope comes to life.
Hello, Leo, born on July 31st, 1954.
Discover for yourself. Dial Gene Dixon horoscope at 976-3333. Just 55 cents per call. Call now. Call every day.
AFS brings the world closer to you and to your family.
In 70 countries around the world, families are opening their hearts and homes to a high school student from another country.
These AFS host families share the rewards of loving and learning and knowing there's more than one way to view the world.
If your family wants to host a student for a year or for a summer, call us.
AFS, love runs in our family.
Yes, she's originally from Brooklyn. She likes to roller skate and go to carnivals. She admits that she's too independent, and she wishes that sometimes she could be more honest with men. Please welcome Brenda Stallings. Hi, Brenda. Nice to meet you. You're not totally honest with men. Is that the way it is?
Well, by not being totally honest, what I mean is, like, take, for instance, some men, the way they kiss, okay?
Yeah.
It might be too much mouth or too little tongue or too much tongue.
What is... Are we at a full moon tonight or something?
And then instead of
yeah, but tell me what you really think.
Instead of coming out to tell, the guy that, hey, I don't like the way you kiss, so you have to change the way you kiss, I kind of just mold them into the way I want them to kiss me.
Well, it doesn't necessarily work against you, then.
No, as a matter of fact, it works in my favor.
Oh, well, good, yeah. You like basketball players, is that right?
Oh, yes, I am.
Why?
A diehard basketball fan. I like to see the men run down the court, those nice little round butts with them big thighs.
Yes.
Football guys, they're all padded, but when you see the basketball guys, you see the real deal.
Let's take a look at the men that Brenda had to choose from now. Remember, you're going to pick the man that you think's best for her, okay? Here they come. First was Harold. He's originally from Kansas City. He likes to bowl and play the drums. Now, he dates about once a week, and here's one thing that really bugs Harold.
She gets loud and uses profanity out loud. I can live with it if it's light between the two of us, you know. But if it's getting loud where if you're sitting at the next table, you can hear it and say, wow, you know, does she put food in that mouth?
Next there was Burles. He was raised in Newark, New Jersey, and he describes himself as average in height, weight, and virility. He says that he always speaks his mind on a date, and here's something that he might say.
How much are you gonna kick in for, you know, the meal? You know, yeah, that is truly what I'm thinking at that particular time if I said it. Now, she may not want to hear it, and it may just turn her off.
Finally, you watched Hank. His hobbies include painting, reading, and racing cars. Now, he says that he never gets too excited about anything, and he can be too serious at times. Here's more.
I ride a bike for fun, not as a club member or anything. And I was sitting on a bike, and a fairly nice-looking young lady came by and said, would you like to race? And I said, no, I'd rather make love. And I was serious.
Well, this is just not your average show, is it, today? And Brenda selected one of those men as her date, and we're going to show you all three men again before you vote. First there was Harold. He's 37. He's a purchasing clerk. And Burles is a taxi driver. He's 38. And finally, Hank's 38. He's an interior designer. All right, audience, you met Brenda. You know a little bit about her. Who do you think she should have gone out with out of those three guys? We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll meet the man that Brenda selected. We're going to hear everything that happened on the date. We'll do it in 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Be right back.
Is your table a junk food junkyard? Cholesterol, grease, salt. Get Country Pride boneless chicken. Fresh. Just 30 minutes, come out of the junkyard. Country Pride boneless chicken.
Meet the most unusual police organization in the world.
I bet you have names for every part of your body, huh?
Their beat, Hollywood Boulevard, the only X-rated street in America.
It's got New York in back of it.
You'll be out of business permanently. If it can be done, you can do it here.
Anything you want.
Hollywood Vice Squad, rated R. It's a long way from Miami.
This is the porno capital of the world.
Starts Friday at the Duke and Duchess and surrounding first-run theaters.
It's 1, 2, 3, a triple wonderful place to be.
Triple your fun and games in the afternoon. Right after a 4 o'clock spin on the Wheel of Fortune. 4:30's your time for America's all-time favorite, The Price is Right. Then at 5, those crazy, unpredictable newlyweds battle for big bucks.
It's 1, 2, 3, a triple wonderful place to be. On KYWTV, Channel 3.
Why don't we hit that party on the other side of town?
We can be there in 20 minutes. Let's step on it.
Let's go.
You drink, you drive, you die.
Thousands of teenagers and young adults die every year because of driving drunk. Together, we can keep them alive.
All righty, we're back. Brenda's going to tell us who she selected. Who'd you pick?
I chose Burles.
You chose Burles. All right. Brenda and Burles haven't seen each other since their date. We always hear from both sides. We're going to say hello to Burles Boston. Hi, Burles. Okay, how you doing? Fine, thank you. Just make yourself comfortable back here, okay?
Okay.
All right,
Brenda.
Hi.
Tell me about the date, Brenda.
Well, I was ready to go when he came, and he drove. So we went to a nice little French restaurant. The food was excellent. The service was excellent. And we enjoyed it very much. And the guy, when the waiter came, he got ready to bring us the check. So he sat the check down in front of Burles, and Burles says, oh, that's the first mistake you made. And then he put it on my side of the table. That was fine with me. So I gave...
Well, Burles evidently has no problem with telling a girl to pay half, because you said that inside in the bike, right?
Well,
you said you'll tell a girl that if you want her to pay for the food or pay half, you'll tell her, right? Am I wrong?
Well, living in today's world with the liberated women and such, I thought it was
appropriate,
Yeah.
you know, that I passed her a check. She didn't pass.
But in Burles's defense, she does have the money for the date.
Yeah,
So,
I was just about to say that.
yeah. So you paid for the dinner.
So I paid for the dinner, and I tipped the waiter, and we left because we were going to a jazz concert, so we had to
Well,
leave.
did you have any conversation during dinner?
Oh, yeah, we had a great conversation. We got along just fine, and Burles made some little sly remarks, some little innuendos, and I kind of elbowed him.
What kind of what, remarks didn't go over too well, Burles?
Well, no, not really.
Were you hoping they would?
Well, actually, I don't remember what they were, but, you know, knowing me and, you know, being part Letcher, I can imagine.
Part Letcher, you said. So what happened next after dinner?
Well, the dinner was great, so we left the restaurant, and we went to a jazz concert. Both of us really liked jazz. Both.
Did you enjoy the concert, Burles?
Oh, some of the best players that are around were there. It was a really, really good concert.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we had a great time. The concert was really nice. And while Burles, on intermission, we both went to the ladies' room and the men's room. And while Burles was gone, I got
I was going to say, did you have fun in the men's room?
No.
Yes.
I got back to my seat, I think, before he did.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like checking out the audience who was around. I seen a few interesting-looking men.
So
but,
you're over here looking at
you know,
other men. Yeah, were you looking at other women by any chance?
Well, you can't help it. I mean, there's
Sure.
like a small army of...
This thing is going nowhere, is it? How'd the date end?
Well, Burles had to go to work early the next morning, so what happened was after the concert, we kind of waited for everybody to leave, and then we just walked to the car. We had a nice conversation on the way home.
Did you?
But he took me home, you know.
Straight home is what you
Yeah.
started to say, didn't you?
Straight home. And he kissed me goodnight at the door. You know, a few short kisses, a nice long kiss.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
How'd you feel about the kisses, Burles?
Brenda's a good kisser. However, I've had, you know, better kisses.
Well, that's okay, because he's one of those kisses I have to mold.
Would you like to take a look and see what the audience picked for you?
Why not?
Audience picked Hank, 43%. Well, if you'd like to take our audience's advice and go out with Hank, we'll be happy to pay for it. If not, you can remain on your own, do what you like.
No, Chuck, I think I'd like to remain on my own.
No, maybe take a second time? Well, she didn't like Hank. I mean, what can I say? Burles, anything to say in parting?
Yeah, it was a good time, Brenda.
Yes, nice date.
Well, I'm sorry we didn't make a love connection for you. I didn't realize you had that good a time. Other than the concert, it sounded good. But listen, maybe we'll see you again, Burles.
Well, you had to be there, Chuck.
That may be a good point. Brenda, you're on your own. We did everything we could, even gave you another shot at it, and you didn't want to do it, and that's okay. So good luck to you, and we have a nice gift for you as well.
Thank you.
We're going to come right back with the next guest. Stay with us.
Country 92, WXTU, plays Philadelphia's best country music continuously.
Don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
WXTU makes you feel good about yourself. Country 92, WXTU, home of great country music. Plus, if your dollar bill ends in 92, you can win $100. Country 92.
The cases on the People's Court are real people.
I told him I'd call the police. That's when he hit me the first time.
I was very scared.
That is what brings the conflict, because each side thinks that he or she is going to win.
She went to my house and walked up and down the street to my neighbors and complained to my neighbors for all that to be happening.
She told me that if I pressed charges against her, she would charge sexual harassment.
People don't like to lose.
Why am I wrong?
The People's Court, absolutely undeniably real.
The People's Court, weeknights at 7 here on Channel 3.
Dad, I'm not a prostitute anymore. They're helping me. Will you take me back?
Every day, Father Ritter's Covenant House saves runaways.
They make me feel like I'm somebody. Mom,
I'm not garbage.
Covenant House saves them from the pimps and the predators.
Daddy, I want to see you again. Just don't beat me anymore.
We save all kinds of kids from destroying themselves. Please help.
My life isn't over at 16.
Stay tuned for more of Love Connection.
Keebler presents the appealing taste of baked potato skins in a crispy, crunchy chip.
Potato skins got baked potato appeal, because they're made with potatoes and skins that are real.
The Keebler elves make potato skins with real potatoes and real potato skins for a flavor with whole baked potato appeal.
Cheddar cheese and bacon, sour cream and chives, tasty baked potato, you won't believe your eyes. They're made with potatoes and skins that are real. Potato skins from Keebler, baked potato appeal.
Why do we put up with it?
The monthly bloating, the aches,
the moodiness, that whole premenstrual thing.
I plan ahead with maximum strength Midol PMS, with special PMS ingredients no simple pain reliever has. Midol PMS, the premenstrual specialist.
Our next guest enjoys singing and reading, says that he just doesn't have time for a serious relationship right now, claims that he doesn't get dating advice, he gives it. Please welcome Anton Thomas. You look, anybody ever told you look a little bit like Lionel Richie? Because you do. He does, doesn't he?
Well, it's quite funny because actually I hear that quite often, Chuck. Yeah. It's a compliment to both of us, really, but...
Well, in case he didn't catch this show, I'll tell him and Brenda that. They're both good friends.
Okay, but most people tell me I'm actually a little better looking than he is.
I'm not saying nothing, Anton. What qualifies you to give dating advice?
Ooh, okay.
So you don't take it, you say you give it.
Right, that's true.
Okay.
Well, after going on dating for so many years and having about 200 dates.
200?
200 dates, somewhere in there. And
different people?
Certainly. With only about 4 or 5 rejections.
Only 4 or 5 rejections out of 200? You're talking about 190.
Wait a minute.
Well, yeah.
They really weren't rejections. It's kind of like when you ask them, they say, well, maybe not now, maybe later. And to me, that is a no. So I usually don't pursue them.
Oh. Well, you have a point there. You tell women that you're not ready for a relationship? Are you honest with them? Or
yes, that's one thing I must be. I'm very honest. I'm always putting all my cards right on the table up front. Yeah. You see, because I'm sort of married to my career, okay?
Are you?
And most of the ladies really don't believe this. So I tell them, give me about 4 or 5 years, then maybe I can change up on that. But right now,
you're into career and...
But usually they don't believe me. They usually think I have a girlfriend or I'm looking for a one-night stand or something.
But not you, huh?
Not me. It's really not true. I really am married to what I'm obligated to setting up my foundation in life.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. Let's take a look at the tapes that Anton saw. Now, remember, you're going to vote again, okay? First, it was Pamela. She's originally from Jackson, Mississippi, and she enjoys roller skating and old movies. Now, she says that she's an excellent cook, but she won't cook for just anybody. Let's hear more on that.
I don't like guys that are pigs that just gulp their food down. I eat like politely. I've had guys that eat with both a fork and a knife up to their mouth. And
Okay. Next, there was Jackie. She was raised in Chicago, and she likes to sew. Now, she has a degree in business management. She claims that she has a quite sexy little figure. We asked Jackie if she's looking for a serious relationship, and here's what she said.
Oh, no, nothing serious right now. I'm still young, and I have so much to do. But just someone to have fun with and to enjoy mutual interests with. That's about it for right now.
Okey-doke. Finally, you watched Rochelle. Now, she's a native of Los Angeles. She loves to sail and watch football. She enjoys dating, but she says she's never been in love. Here's why.
Because there's always something in there that you're going to find out you don't like. When you don't like him, the love goes out the window. How did I fall in love with this creep? Right?
Take a look at all 3 ladies again. First, there's Pamela. She's 25. Now, Pamela's a traffic officer. Jackie, she's a cashier at a clothing store. She's also 25. Finally, Rochelle's 26, and she's an inventory controller. Okay, you met Anton? Seen his 3 choices? Who do you think he should have gone out with? Make your choice. Huh? All right. The audience has made its choice, and Anton's going to tell us who he picked.
Well, Chuck, I chose Rochelle.
You chose Rochelle. There she is. All righty, we're out of time, so we're going to find out everything that happened on Anton's date tomorrow. That's our show for today. So we'll be back tomorrow with Anton and more singles trying to make a love connection. And I'm Chuck Woolery, hoping all your dates tonight are good ones. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.
Some of the guests on Love Connection will receive one of the following: the Tappan Sure Cook Microwave. Select the food or beverage, enter the quantity and how you'd like it done. It cooks food automatically, complete with built-in browner by Tappan. Or Curel Moisturizing Lotion. Most women agree, Curel ends dry skin. Or Mink Ear Muff from Mizell's Furs. Stylishly crafted with quality workmanship from Mizell's Furs of Chicago. Or from out of the ocean comes the choice blended seafood, new delicacies, now in the frozen food section. Or Gitano Sportswear, fashion that fits. Your style will never be the same now at a department store near you. Or the great refinishing team, Zip Strip, Paint Varnish and Stain Remover, and Zip Guard Clear Urethane Wood Finish for that professional look prolongs life for wood. This is Gene Wood speaking for Love Connection. Chuck Woolery's wardrobe, furnished by Pierre Cardin.
During our Stock Up Countdown, save on absorbent Pampers diapers, just $7.99 for the big convenience box. For your laundry, whisk detergent, the 64-ounce bottle is $2.79. And Snuggle fabric softener is just $1.29 for the 64-ounce bottle. Super savings on a 5-pound bag of russet baking potatoes, only 39 cents. All this week at independently owned and operated Thriftway supermarkets.
Thriftway knows what you want.
The Princess is back with magic prices. Princess Furniture sells quality name brands just like their competitors. But there's one big difference: price. Princess sells for less. For example, this 4-piece cherry bedroom, manufacturer's price $1,000. Our competitors sell it for $750. Princess magic price is just $4.99. Or this deluxe quilted sofa, Princess sells it for $3.99. And look at this 3-piece wall system, only $4.99. There's a Princess near you, so why go anywhere else?
Jane makes her parents very proud. She's on the honor roll and plans to go to college. Starred in her class's last play. She plays clarinet in the school orchestra. Yes, Jane knows about drugs. In a way, she's lucky. She knows better. Some people don't realize that marijuana and driving don't mix. But Jane's brother reminds her every day that some trips last forever.
This is KYW-TV, Channel 3 in Philadelphia. Tonight, Rex Harrison and Maureen O'Hara star in a drama, The Foxes of Harrow, on the Channel 3 late-night movie.